everybody. Good evening and happy game dev time. We're getting ready to rock some game dev. I cannot wait. Alright, so I've done some things off screen here. Oops, I need to probably fix that crap. Oops. So one. Let's see here. Post-processing. I was tweaking it and then yeah, this happened. Hold on. There we go. For some reason, oh, I bet you it's the code. But, well, hold on. I wish I could tell which volume is being utilized. Oh, just default? Something's up with my post-processing. Fun times and that. But I'm going to show you something really cool that I've done today. So, well, this white line you see here, I did this today. So you can kind of see the path you're going to take. Now it can readjust on the fly as it's going. So like, say he moves here and then it will recalculate. Hey man, what's up, man? Got some goodness to show you. A big performance boost in my pathfinding. Where'd that folder go? Yeah, that's sweet. But like, so look at the particle effects right here. These little sunbeams. Or let me restart. Essentially what happened, well, I was playing around. I was like, okay, it's running, right? It's looking good. But then I was like, man, is it actually like dropping frames? Let's see if I can. Thought I had a button to change the resolution. But anyways, this is before I made the change, the performance change. So obviously this is calculating the path every single time without any hiccups. You see the particle, the flames stay steady, right? Now if I go watch those flames, see how they're slowed down now? So basically I'm dropping frames. Until I put the particle effects in there, I didn't realize it. But so this is the old way, and just keep your eye on the fire effect. Everything's just kind of it's dropping frames. So what I did was I changed the way the pathfinding worked. Yeah. I gotta fix that. Hold on. Why is shooting getting higher priority? I'm going to do some work on the lighting in a second, but I just want to show, oops. The hell? Some bullshit. Why is it doing this? The highest priority should be being honored. What the fuck, man? It's like they're ignoring this guy, even though he's got a higher priority. I was messing with stuff, and now this is doing this, unfortunately. Oh, this one's like... just not being honored? What the hell? Duplicate shoot volume. Hold on, let me get this situated. Okay, that should fix it. Anyways, I've done a ton of like this. Just being lightning fast is fucking awesome. But now if you watch the flames here, you shouldn't see a stutter. See, they stay smooth. So I'm not dropping frames like I was, and everything's moving more smoothly, right? The flames stay consistent, like they aren't losing. You don't see any of the chopping in that particle effect. So that means I've sped up the pathfinding quite a bit. Because I was doing something stupid, and it was stupid and it's very intensive. And now that I've fixed it, it just runs like a dream. Essentially, this method here, move towards closest unit. Everything in green, I commented out, this is my old way, and now I just basically... Do I even need any of that crap? Units. Yeah, I do. I don't need the seeker. So this method's now just one line. Pretty much. 2 lines. Yeah, 4 lines of code now versus all this. Because of the old way I was doing things. So huge performance gain right there. I can see here. What else did I do? Can I now play with my post-processing and you guys, you know. So I'm going to pop this out. It's not going to do it. What the hell? Unknown error while trying to load. It's level design and art is a big thing. But there's still a bunch of stuff like adding all the items, adding new weapons, getting the characters nailed down, getting the bad guys nailed down. What I've got here is the primary like the actual features and everything working. So I can fight, shoot, use items, change equipment, do different talents, and there's spells even. Let's see if these still work with all these changes. Yeah. It's content really. Again, the combat system needs to continue, is going to continue to get developed. The saving and loading system, you know, there's stuff to do. What I could, like, honestly, like, I could show you how to get it set up. You could help me design levels and shit, or if you want to do some music or anything, sound effects, I would totally appreciate that. Anyone that's willing to help with the game, you know, and is actually serious, would get, you know, be part of the team at the end and split the revenue based off, you know, amount of stuff they did. I've got my sound engineer guy. He's gonna get was it 7% of the revenue, and hopefully, I mean, he's amazing. So like, he can pump out some cool shit, and he does Foley. He's got a studio. He did Foley for like the Bones and the Wendigo or whatever. The dude's a pro. But I always take some of them beats from you, homie. I've got basically the systems there. So like, I need to wire up the start screen, but from the start screen, you start new game, you'll come into a bunker, you'll click here, you'll pick who you're going out as, and then you'll depart. And then you're in the level here. Do the combat, and it's like an extraction shooter now, right? It's you go in extraction RPG, essentially. So you try to get through the areas and survive. Combat isn't really, you know, totally needed. You can stealth your way through. You gotta loot, bring back stuff. There's vehicles too. I gotta build in how the vehicles work with the players. Essentially, you can go out, and if you have a vehicle with you, one, you get there faster. Two, you have more space for stuff. So if you will go out on foot and you got only your backpack that you can bring back to the base. I've got a bunch of cool ideas for the start screen. Had someone working on a start screen at one point, but then they got, their computer died. But yeah, like everything's moving lightning fast now. There's no hiccups or frame drops from the pathfinding. So everyone's just checking along. So if you do auto walk like this and they attack you, it will cancel your auto walk and keep you from just keep walking and getting shot so you can react. And I think what I want to do is if you hit a key, you can cancel auto walk yourself. So if you just decide you don't want to go where you're going, you can cancel it. Yeah, I think I know I'm going to do that, actually. I'm going to do that right now. So basically, I got, yeah, think of like cool scenery, levels to build, what all the bad guys are going to be. Obviously, I've got human enemies in here. I need to create, I'm probably going to do zombies, but I want to mix it up to where it's not just like, it's sort of like Stalker Gamma. Like, you got your zombies, but you got all these other crazy creatures or mutants or monster demons, whatever, coming at you. Oh yeah, back to that feature, or canceling auto walk. So handle movement. Oh yeah, that is so badass. The community behind it too is really cool. Yep. So I've got tons and tons of military assets. So let me show you an example of what can be done. The amount of assets that I have. So this is the demo level for this asset pack here, the Apocalypse one. So I've got tons and tons of assets and buildings and shit. I mean, it's got vehicles, barricades, walls, doors, all the shit you would need. And it's all just you can tweak it and change it. Yada, yada, yada. And then there's like, so I've got all the content I need, like artwork for the most part. Characters are bespoke and created by me, but I'm not going to redesign like a house or a truck or whatever. I mean, I will make tweaks to them, but I've got props for almost everything you can think of. Where is it? Do I not have military in here? Let's see. Anyways, yeah, like, so I got tons and tons of 3D models and stuff, but now I got the systems working, and then so let's do this. I refactor that. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, canceling. So we can move action dot. So now if I put enter any movement, the auto walk will get canceled on the next move. Or not. Even holding down the key now feels good. Like everything moves much quicker. Because I want, you know, some people's gripe about turn based is just, you know, the slow pace of it or whatever. So I'm trying to create a lightning fast kind of turn based system here where everything's kind of happening in real time. All right, so if I click here, oh wait, I'm going to lobby. Yeah, that's not canceling. I think I know why. If unit grid position equals mouse grid position. Okay, that's right. Handle movement won't be called while what? Oh. It's not equal to vector 2.0. If it's not equal to that, then we want to move. All right, I'll be there. One. Let's try that out. I don't think that's the reason, but it might be. Haha, canceled. So I'm clicking here, auto walk in, and then I want to stop. I just press any of the directional keys to stop and auto walk. And then I can get back to making my way downtown, moving fast. Everything's so much more fluid than it was before. Like, everyone's responding quickly. See, they're all coming for me here, but I'm going to open this door. I guess they're all going to continue until I open this other door. Shit. Yeah, see, they're figuring their way. They can get through the environment really intelligently. Pathfinding, working like a champ. So I need to implement a bunch of stuff still, but the core functions of the engine are here and working. So I think I no longer need this in turn button. Actually, I'm going to make this a wait button. So no, so you have to take you initiate, you do something, and everyone else does their something. And then whenever you're not doing something, the game's basically paused, right? Nothing's going to happen. No one's going to move. Now you can wait. So essentially you don't want to move. You don't want to do anything. You just want to wait. And if you keep waiting, they will do their stuff and they'll move. But you'll stay in the same spot. So you can hold down the wait and then kind of make the game run without you doing anything. But it's always stopped. So like you can, it's a kind of a turn-based thing. But like right now, this button right here was actually going to be treated like a weight. So I hit intern. They see them moving when I'm waiting. I need to make it to where the line disappears if it's over, if the cursor's over a UI element. I know how to do that actually. But yeah, I'm waiting. Now I'm letting them come to me. The next thing I'm going to do is vision. Like, they won't just immediately start beelining to you at the start of the level. They have to spot you, and then after they spot you, they'll track you as their last known target. And say I round this building, and it's been 10 turns, and they visually have not seen me. Then they'll go into kind of a search mode, and they'll stop just like beeline. They won't know. They will go to where I last was, that they last saw me, and then if they don't see me still after 10 turns, they've lost me, right? So they'll start searching around, and then if after they don't find you for a while, they'll stop searching and just go back to their original whatever they were doing. So I'm going to implement something that. Hate having this right here. Yep. Yeah, so that's another thing is noise. When you can't see them and you're waiting, like, or you're moving, you can't see, you're not line of sight of them, and they will make noise. And I will randomly pop up a little, like, so say, like, the enemy's behind this wall here. You're over here. You can't see him. He can't see you. You're waiting, but he is moving. You'll hear his footsteps, and every now and then you'll see a small indicator that a noise was made over here. It'll pop up on the screen, but it won't be at the exact position. It'll be near where it's at. Like, it'll randomly say he's standing here. He made noise. I'll pop up anywhere in these squares, like the 3x3, like a noise indicator will pop up, and that way you hear the footsteps, but you also, that gives you kind of an idea of the area he's in. It'll maybe 4x4, the noise, like that way you know, okay, I'm hearing footsteps. I saw a noise indicator behind that wall, so I know someone's in there that I can't see. Yeah, walking on glass would be a good one. Shattering a window will emit noise, and yeah, they also have hearing. You like say I break this window. They just pop me as I'm going through the window. No respect. And that's what's really cool is they know my shooting system is smart enough to know there's a line of sight here, and they could shoot through the window. Yep. You moving bastard. How do you still have line of sight of me? What is going on with that? Oh, that would be a good idea. Yeah. Color code. Well, you wouldn't know if you don't see it that it was friendly or not. Are they like got infinite shoot range now? What the hell? Something ain't right here. He should not be able to shoot me from that far. What the fuck? Oh, I know what's going on. So there's a bug when you break the window and jump through, it leaves position here. It's got to be because I jumped through the window. Hold on. So he's in my shoot distance. I'm in his shoot distance. Yep. It'll probably be something like that. So what I'm shooting. Right now you got to go like into attack mode or shoot. You got to select rifle or ranged to shoot. But I think I'm going to convert that to where it's just you hover. If you hover over an enemy, this will go red and you can shoot if you're at range. If you're near them, you will melee. So I think I might change that next. 2, I don't want the white cursor going under something you can't walk through like this. It makes the line do stupid stuff. So I'm going to fix that too. All right, talk to you in a second. Okay. What to... I should be out of range this time, or yeah, one more. I can cancel auto walk. Fuck yeah. So I wish it would path instead of pathing like diagonal like that. Oh no. So let's see here. All right. So cancellation of auto walk is working. Don't care about. Everybody's stopping now. So let's go to the animator. Unit animator. Where you at, boy? On stop. It is not the player's turn. So unit is holding key there. This will look better, but I'm not too hung up on it. Essentially, this will make the key WASD movement look a little smoother if I can accomplish this. Right. So we got 0 movement. I'm going to convert that to a damn clear. Let's test this out. So with this change, whenever walking with WASD, the animation should be a little smoother, maybe. I don't think it's doing it. Let me check the animator. Yeah, it's still gain set to false. When I clear busy, I'm invoking that. It is. Oh, wait. Not super worried about this. It's not the player's turn. Don't ever do this. It's true. All right, let's try this again. I wanted to. I mean, it was fine the way it was. I shouldn't even complain. I'm gonna have the camera ease into the new position. So camera controller is following. Am I lerping? I am lerping. 0.5. Oh, wait, why did I do that? Camera's just a little too quick. Now it's a little too slow. Yeah, it's definitely too slow. And it's not going whenever. It's following. Get the unit's position. Oh. Move action on start moving. On stop moving. Current unit. Who? It's always going to be my guy. Oh, I think. Um, get friendly unit list dot first. See if this changes it. Because I'm no longer going to be tracking on the enemies. I really should just use a current target, but let's see how this works. Because nothing should be stopping that camera movement. But it was kind of stopping. It would stop tracking even though it looked like it was on him. Yeah, it's like stopping until I let go of the key. Which doesn't make sense. Camera controller. Do 2. How can I make that smooth? I guess it's not so bad. Just really feels like it's not updating unless... Oh, I know why it's not. I just saw it. I just saw it. It only does it when it's the player's turn. That's why we're getting those jerks. I want to always follow the player. Because I used to have it to where the camera would pan out to the enemies and you'd see what they did, but go back to 0.5. Trying to make the camera a little smoother. We'll see if that actually happens. That's better. It's not as jerky. Like, it's like smoothly moving with the player. But it's going to be slow on the roll. Yeah, that's not jerky at all. I think it needs to be just a smidgen faster, but we'll try one. Once we have a smooth camera, then we'll move on to the next thing. Because at 2, it's just like jerk, 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 jerk. We'll leave it at 1. It's snappy enough to get on you, but it doesn't do like the zigzag jerking that 2F or 2 did with the tween. So we will keep it. Oh yeah, I go get dinner. 1 sec. Be right back. We got smoother camera movement. More camera changes are to come, but that's working good. We'll leave that be for now. What was the next thing? So, handling movement. Let's see here. Is it clipping on the ground a little? It is clipping a little on some of them. I might move it up just a fraction. No, I don't think it should clip at all at 0.2. Okay. What next? Let's make it to where the mouse doesn't show up on things underneath stuff that you can't walk onto. And if they are within shooting distance, it will go red, or it will highlight the enemy with a red square. But if it doesn't, it won't highlight under him at all. So if it is walkable, valid grid position. Get node. Do I need graph node? The hell am I using? Why am I fetching graph node here? Am I using it anywhere? No references. So I'll just get rid of that. I want these two things. What the hell is this? Oh, my IntelliSense isn't coming up. Cool, but I don't want you. Okay, what's your problem? Should let me automatically do that, but whatever. So for handle mouse grid pointer, I think this applies to both situations. So if these two, if it's not walkable and it's not a valid grid position, return. And then we'll just test that out, see if that works. Then we'll move to making it to where it shoots whenever, instead of switching to the shoot ability, you can just shoot if you're in range without having to do anything, just a mouse click. So now it should not render under obstacles. Yeah, see? Now it doesn't. It stays at the last position that you had a path to until... Let's see if it works with enemies. Yeah, I can't mouse over him. He's not a valid target. So that is good. So now let's switch to, yeah. So now I'm on the interact ability. But again, interacts are going to become mouse clicks too. There's not going to be like a dedicated button or skill for it. All right. That was easy enough. So now that I've got that, let's do the shoot. This kind of applies... So if it is a shoot action, we'll get the valid positions. And if it is valid action grid positions what I want. So that should allow me to return, as if it isn't a valid shooting position, return on this one. Because technically the units aren't walkable, but if this position is unwalkable, but it is a valid shoot target, keep on keeping on. So I think this will do it. So he's one off. I need to make those tiles more visible, but he's one out of my shoot range. Still can't get underneath him. Oh, shit. This sucks. The selected action is move. It's not shoot, so it's never going to get in here. I need to have a way... Yeah, I can select his shoot action out of his skill set. So that's what I'm gonna do. Um, get action. Will this work? I didn't realize I wrote that. Did I write that? I fucking wrote that. Hell yeah. Pass me. So let's, oops, I guess I needed to change the code still more. So I've got the shoot action. And if it isn't null, it's not null, then try it. Oh yeah. There it is. So now I want to change it red. So I'm gonna have a boolean. Yeah, there will be traders, by the way. I think I can cover this in one. Well, no. Yeah. So if we wait, this actually wasn't right. So if it isn't a valid shoot action, return else is valid shoot action equals true. So now that I have that, I can pass that into this method. And grid visual type. Okay. It's white. If it is valid shoot action, grid visual is red. And then we'll use this. Okay. That should do it. Let's see. Damn it. Oh, wait. He's 1 out of my range. Wait, no, he's not. Why you no go in? If it is not, return. Liberty Gibbet. That's why. So the base action. Oh shit, I'm dumb. Shoot action is valid position. Now it'll work. There we go. White, red, white, red. Now, since he's out of shooting range and I don't have line of sight, so he's not, I can't highlight him. And same for him. He's not shootable. Almost think I should still. No. So now when I click here, if I click, and it's a valid shoot, then I would change all this. Wait. What's the dynamic way of doing this? Yes, or have the op to either get closer, shoot, or user needs something. Yeah, so shoot and melee are the two default attacks. So the auto attack, essentially, when you're clicking on a unit, it's going to default to ranged if you are more than us. If it's not right next to you, it's going to default to ranged. If it's right next to you, it's going to default to melee or whatever. And then for throwing, or for like grenade, for throwing something, that's an actual skill you enable. Because it would be weird to have, yeah, you like basically I could just hit 3 and then I could throw. So throw is a skill you activate, and then you'll pick your, right now it just throws something, but eventually it'll pick what, you'll have your throwable objects equipped and it'll throw it. But right now, so I think the default action should be shoot at range, melee, whenever he's right next to you, and then if you want to get closer, you click next to him or where you're wanting to go, not right on top of him. What's that? Oh, fuck yeah, that would be sweet. Definitely doing that. Yeah, that would be sweet. Like, we'll put bottles on tables and stuff. Hey, Code, how's it going, man? Yeah, definitely. Because that could get cheesy. You just keep throwing, you like move them. You throw to move them. Well, I'm doing good. Finally getting back to game development, so I'm happy. It's been last 3 days I've been doing it. So I'll show you in just a sec once I'm done with this code change right here. Um, What was I just thinking? On handle selected action. If is valid shoot action, then oops. Yeah, yeah, one sec. Let me grab it. Oops. I don't think YouTube has the messaging like that. I don't know. Maybe they do. Let me know. I sent it. Let me know. Make sure they got through. So I sent it through Restream.io, which sends it out to all the streaming services I'm on right now. Yep. Cool. Cool. All right. Oh, no interruption. I'm just, yeah, just grinding away here. I was almost done with this feature, so I just want to get it out of my head. Current action equals okay, that should do it. So now you don't have, you can shoot the character from movement if you are in range. So it's going to be like an extraction shooter or looter, or like a survival extraction RPG kind of thing. All right, so it's red. Now hopefully when I click, fuck yes. Okay, I need to disable the line renderer when I do that. Yes. Because normally when to shoot, I got to press 1 and then I can shoot. But now I can just stay on move and shoot. All right, let's disable the line renderer also. I think no matter what, I want this to happen if we go busy. So I'm just going to take that out and set it here. Now the line renderer should not be visible when I go to shooting. I'll show you the kind of like the home area and then how like world travel is going to kind of work in a second. So boom, line renderer gone. It's brilliant. All right, so let's go to the bunker base. This is your, like, the rough draft of the bunker. It's still in work in progress, but this is the war table right here. And you've got a bunch of areas, these hexagons that you can explore and loot and then try to get back out of. And then you got like your garage over here where you can kind of go through, mess with your stuff, your vehicles, mod them, dismantle them. That's kind of the vehicle bay. And then you got like other areas that haven't coded yet, but like water storage and purification. You got a communications room once you get power up, or as a reliable source of power going. And then you got your hydroponics, or where you're going to grow all your stuff in your base. And then This is a kind of like a rough, you know, there's just different areas you can go to the base, but you go from here, and then you'll select your unit, and then you'll go to a level.
Awesome to the max.
Wait, is something making a noise? No? Okay, heard something. Thanks, man. Thanks. Been working on it quite a bit. If you played Quasimo, oh, the new follower. Oh, thanks for the follow. Fuck yeah. Appreciate you. So now I can get rid of the shoot button on the bar here. Like, yeah, now it's just you shoot if you want to. Maybe I'll leave it. If you look at Zero Sievert, Quasimorph, CDDA, a couple of those games, you kind of get kind of a feel. I'm going for like a survival turn-based experience like this. I got to make the chest stop. Like, I got to do an action camera when you open the chest. It'll kind of fly down and the chest will open up. If you're going to have quests, hear me out. Make the quest givers next to the map where you click them and grab the quest. Yeah, that'd be a good location for it right there. Cause I freaking love the this little section here. I'm remodeling all this right here to be more apocalyptic. Like, you can kind of see a little bit. I've added fire in that dumpster, added some vegetation here. But I love that, like, the characters in the background are just sitting there like chatting. You got like a knife on the table. There's like a gun on the table. That's just a sweet ass setup. Then you're going to have your like Futaba from Persona 5 here, like your hot nerdy chick who knows how to work electronics. They got a GameCube right here and a controller. Oh, that fan used to be spinning. I don't know why it's not spinning. Make sure the particle effects are still it's still dripping back there. No, a lot of, I mean, I'm modifying a lot of assets. I purchased, all these are mostly asset store purchases. So let me show you, like, the Synthy assets look like this. Like, these are all Synthy for the most part, but the characters have this weird blocky look on their face, and the bodies are all really blocky. You see all the hard edges, right? This is the default Synthy characters right here. So, like, pay attention to the geometry for the face, and all that, and the eyebrows. Now, I've created my own characters, so it's going to look different. No, they're not free. No, they're on sale right now. Like, if you look up Synthy, my brain just farted. One second. I'll show you what mine look like after I've changed them. So I went to Blender and I changed the Synthy characters to be my own style. So see here, they're cell shaded like anime. and then they got kind of a drawn on face. And I've redone like the body. I added the striped sleeves. I've smoothed everything out. You don't see all those hard edges. So yeah, like I'll show you like the Synthy stuff. But yeah, it is a low poly too, because that allows me to, one, I can have more crap going on the screen. So if you look here, Unity probably isn't gonna like that. Don't crash on me, Unity. Yeah, so like mine versus how, so I use their models, but I changed it up a shitload, and then that way they're automatically rigged. So I can just animation retarget them real quick. I don't have to do the skeleton or anything like that. These guys, no hair. So yeah, my characters are going to be mostly my own. But the like a lot of the environment stuff, I may retexture it, but I'm going to use a lot of their stuff. So I'm only one person, you know. I can't model the whole game. Well, I can't. You can, but that's a shitload of work. All right, back to features. Still doesn't go under obstacles. It won't. I think I'm going to allow it to go under them if they're outside of shooting distance, because I just don't like that it pops around them like that. If you do an auto walk and you get attacked, they will cancel your auto walk. "3v1, you bastards." You can also walk with WASD. That's something I programmed in the last couple days. And when I get close to the enemies, they should attack me with their weapons. Boom. Yeah. So, getting a lot of the core systems done. Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be a chance to miss, and also range will affect damage probably. Yeah, just, yeah, it's not always going to be guaranteed hits. And you'll have a burst mode, like you can burst fire too with some guns to reduce accuracy, but get a chance of hitting more than once. And then shotguns, of course. All right, so now that we got the is valid shoot. Oh no, pitch them. I love talking game dev, man. Yeah, pitch ideas all day long. So now we're gonna make it to where if I'm next to them, I can just click to melee attack. And this will trump the shoot. And that way it'll make the logic easier even. What's that? Like, oh, like a free turn? Yeah. So there, typically with games like this, you're in the walking state, crouched, or running. And if you're running, you move up quicker, but you lose stamina or there's some penalty. So I'm probably going to have something like that too. On top of, yeah, like trying to, like certain skills to give you like a free turn whenever you want. Or you can use and like, or it could be a passive even. Sometimes you just get a free extra turn with a certain perk or something. Yeah, yep. Sword is valid. I gotta rename the sword action to a more generic name. It's not gonna be a sword all the time. Alright, that should now make it to where I can melee them when they were right next to me. Unity is like blah. Yeah, no, I did. I totally did. That cancel's gonna do a whole lot of nothing. Alright. Guess we're gonna have to kill it with fire. Thankfully, everything I'm doing is in code, so Unity crashing isn't going to be any lost Progress. Everything's messed up. I can't even get to Task Manager. Lego audio control server. Stream still working? There we go. Oops, I about killed the wrong thing. Oh, I need to check in my code here soon. I've made so many damn changes. Look at that. So many code changes. Yeah, so the game's in source control. It's in a Git repository. So as I can basically check in and then because it like if you just don't have source control and you just keep editing and tweaking stuff, there's no going back. So I can, with all the changes I made in the last 3 days, I'm gonna check in and then now I have a new version. So then I can start working again. And if something goes wrong, I can roll back to that version that before on my last check-in or 3 check-ins ago. So it's version control, and it allows you to work on the game with multiple people. Yeah, essentially, like it allows multiple people to work on the same project because you gotta check when you check in, you'll merge. So like if me and someone else is working on the health system and we had a change, it would say, "Hey, you got to change here," and if it'll try to merge it and resolve that change, the 2 changes. But sometimes you got to tell it how to do it. But it's source control, so you can work on it in a team. You can have versions of the game as you go. So like this is what I've done the last 3 days is a big paradigm shift from my original movement system. So I checked in before I started this if I ever want to go back to the old way, but I don't. So I'm committed now. I love what I've done. So I'm going to check this in, and it's going to be part of the source, the main source. That's how people in big teams coordinate. Like someone could check in sound files to the game. They could check in 3D models. They could build a level and check the level in, and then I could update I can pull all those changes down into here and use them when I get latest of the game. It's a handy thing. All right, what did I change? Oh yeah, melee. Okay, so it's white, red. Damn it. It still shot instead of swung. Like if you were to help me with something on the game. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to go away for sure. It's a big ugly button. Oh, I bet you I know what's going on. Since this is a valid shooting position for the, it's still, I can still shoot from there. It was trumping sword. Now it will run sword still. It wasn't running sword. So now it should trump shooting. Do do do. Yeah, I'm gonna rename sword action to melee. It's more generic because it started out when I first built the actions. I used sword, but I'm gonna refactor and rename that stuff. Boom. Why did he attack twice? Did he attack twice? One. I swear I saw him attack twice. The hell? Okay, now we got a problem. Couldn't click. Now this is busted. Why is that? Yeah, right now they'll shoot. They shoot through the friend. They're like an enemy will shoot through an enemy if they got line of sight to me. So I need to make to where enemies break line of sight. And then yeah, like I think 99% of the time the enemy would not take the shot if they would have to shoot their another person on their team. So there might be some crazy unit that does still try it. Else return. It's still running. Okay. So I can't, after that, I can't click and walk anymore. So let's see why that is. Yeah, that actually. Yeah, they would actually pick because they would pick move because they wouldn't have a valid shot. They actually would check that, and that would play out just like you're saying. As soon as I make them obstacles, which shouldn't take too much. So let's see if this is from the melee or if shoot's also not working. Now what the hell? Oh, I know what's going on. else if not valid shoot action and not valid melee action, then return. That should do it. Yeah, there'll definitely be factions. Like the humans will definitely attack anything that would be a threat to you, because if it like a zombie or whatever, yeah, they would attack it because the zombie would actually path to the closest thing it would see. Why are you? No, do it no more. Oh, I gotta think of why it's doing that. Okay, it's no longer letting me walk. All right. No, I don't think I'm gonna attempt multiplayer for my first project. The next project is definitely probably gonna be multiplayer. Oops. Where did that? Hold on. Let me rewind. Rewind the code. So we're valid. It's gonna be sandboxy, so you can change that, but basically, yeah, like the basic, drop everything, or just drop what's not in your tool belt, or don't drop anything at all. You can adjust the difficulty. It's not move action. I think this no longer is relevant since we got multiple ways we're coming in here. Equal false. Like for booleans like this, a bool, it can be true or false. So if you see equal false, I was setting a boolean to false. And I can track these booleans. Here's a boolean variable. So whenever this is true, do this here. Whenever this is true, do this here. Yeah, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, the one type of variable is a boolean. It can have a, oh shit. Weird. So now I can only walk if it's in shooting distance or melee distance. I gotta fix that. Oh, right up here. If no, if you don't supply equals false, this just means this is true. If true, and then you can do this, and this is basically say if false, and but here I want it to be true because I'm switching the. Is valid. It's not a valid grid position. Okay, I think I know what I need to do here. I need to move this above this before I change the current action. I think that needs to be there. And then it should flow right. There we go. I'm able to walk again from the flip. Now it's, damn it. I am within shooting range. Oh, this is because I need to take the return out of here. So these, since I'm doing two things here and they can return if one isn't a valid thing, it's trumping. Yeah. So I'm gonna get this, by golly. I'm not gonna add any more complexity to the auto attack though. Like it's plenty complex enough. There we go. We're back in business. I can shoot. He shoots me. I move towards him. I can shoot him again. Shoots me. I decide to move. Now, moment of truth. Goes melee. Oh, the line renderer going red? I like that idea. I love that idea, actually. Damn it, I still can't walk away. Oh, no, I can. No, wait, what the hell? Object reference, okay. Oh, I knew that was going to be... Oh, wait. Get action, and then if... Okay. Let me check the other ones for this. This is on take action. Cast, where are you at? Way back here. Cast action. Take action. Just some null checking, just in case. And should get us past this error here. But I actually, wait, before we, yeah, I'm gonna make the line turn red. So the grid, and I think it's all good to go. Like everything's available right here. So we're gonna say, oops. This is like an if statement too, but it's called a ternary operator. It's a way to write an if statement in line. So is valid attack action equals true. We're going to be red. And if it's false, we're going to be white. There. Now it should go red. I love that idea, by the way. Good one. Very good idea. That looks badass. I love it. And so blue is interact. So if you mouse over, the next thing we're going to do is add the, shit. Yeah, we got more to add into this system. Like the door, if you hover the mouse over the door, it's going to, instead of having to hit E to interact and then click it, you can just interact with a mouse click. Where do we get nulls? Get node walkable. There was a null there. I call bullshit. All right. We can walk again after auto melee. That body bag is floating way above them fucking barrels. Come on, get out of range. And make sure everything's fine. Shit. Fucking A. Okay, cool. We'll auto shoot, auto melee without hitting 1 or 2. Where before I had hit 1 and then I could shoot. And then I had hit 2 if I wanted to melee. And then I could do it. Now they're easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Oh yeah, yeah, like the chest over here. Actually, there's not going to be a line to the door, so the door is just going to become a click event instead of me having to use the interactability. Man, I love that. All right. So we've got to figure out what this was. There was 2 null references thrown. Yeah, you gotta be standing next to the door, and then you should be able to click it. Now I'd have to walk to the door, hit E, then click it. But with the auto action system, like we did here, you can now click on the door and open it, and it will take a turn to open the door. And then there's shit. Forgot about the destructibles. So there's certain stuff in the environment. So you'll see here I can't path onto these cubes. Like here. But if I throw a grenade, I don't know why it's slightly out of my range. Let's see. Yeah. Now that crate got destroyed by my grenade, and now I can walk here. So there's actual pieces of the environment. If you break it, you can now have a path through. So you can do blocked alleyways and stuff. Yeah, like I would make it to where you could click it and walk and open it, but it's weird. It's a weird scenario. I don't know if I want to handle, but you know. All right, so let's try to replicate these two null references. Yep. Oh, show. Sword action again. Oh, I know what's going on. No, I don't. Or I do. But what? Yep, messed up my whole thing. So it threw a null ref right on that line. Because the grid position... Yeah, it's treating it, when I click there, it's trying to treat it like a sword action instead of a move action, so I gotta fix that. I think I know what the problem is. That's what I thought. There's two false places to set this false. There it is. Okay. So is valid melee equals false. That's why that's happening. No, it's I need, when you do a fresh mouse click, I want to blow these away because they get set here, but they need to be false coming into this. Otherwise, this could still be true when I come back around. So this was still true when I clicked. So now it should be good to go. So now we're going to valid action. Now they both should be false. Go back, try it again. Okay. No exceptions thrown yet. This line can throw a null. And that's most likely whenever I'm clicking That should have been outside the grid. It's hilarious. I actually may rework this to be a 2-point line, so it's just always a direct straight line. It does. It's fucking fire. I love it. But what I think I'll do is, if it is a valid shoot, instead of drawing the path, I'm just going to draw a straight line from this point to the target. So let's change that. That way you don't get those weird lines curving all over the place. So what info do I have at this position? Grid position under the mouse. So I've got everything I need. So if it is not a valid attack action, do this. Yeah, it's because it's kind of confusing too. Like, line renderer dot add set position. No, we're gonna just new a list of vector 3 positions dot add. Now we want the friendly unit. The player element. World position, and then we want the grid position under mouse. Oops. Grid position. So we're creating a list of with just these 2 points instead of the path, the pathfinding path. There, and now we're going to line renderer dot set positions. There we go. Now we should have a straight line for shooting. Yeah, I'm actually glad you're just pitching ideas and stuff, man. Comes up, it's that way I'm not working in a silo. Oof. What is the malfunction there? Oh, I know what's going on. I know. Does that add to it? Well, it's got the 2 points, so it should have it, but I think it still has the previous points. So think. Let's debug it. I'm gonna have to check for grid on that guy. All right, whatever. Let me fix that. So we're here. The line renderer has. Is it still got positions? Position count 5. So there's 5 positions in the line renderer right now. And there's still 5. Bounds. So this is the immediate window. You can run chunks of code down here without gets positions over, sees the line. How do I dump the positions that are there? Okay. Unity. Line renderer. Clear positions. Oh, not in the immediate window. No, this here doesn't care about semicolons. So like, see it. I just ask it for that variable. Oh, up here. This is all compiling. I just think there's a way you're supposed to clear it that I'm not doing right. Ah, okay. This is how you clear the line. So it wasn't taking my new positions because it already had a line in there. This is a wait, is there a reset? That's a lie. I guess he was wrong. Hmm. Call bullshit on that. No, so I create the straight line here, but even when I go to, I set it in there, it keeps the last time we came through, it keeps those old positions. So I'm going to try what these guys are saying. Getting a lot of mixed messages. Let's try this. So we'll do that. Oh shit, I was using it like a method. I'm dumb. All right. Hey Jeff, what's up, man? We'll try this and see if that works. Because it's holding on to the old positions and it's getting strong and real funky. Oh, working on my turn-based extraction RPG kind of game. Working on line renderer right now. Let's see here. Why are you being a pain in my butt? I'll give you a quick little rundown real quick. So this is kind of your home base kind of area. It's where you'll kind of manage your stuff, your equipment and whatnot. This is the war table. It's kind of like how you go out into the world and you kind of pick a place to go. And then you got your kind of garage area over here where you kind of manage your vehicles, mod them, change the fuel. You got your water purification. Yeah, it's your bunker essentially. Your communications room. Kind of got your, once you get stable power going, you can do things like that. Then your hydroponics area where you're gonna grow the things, and then you'll go out into the world and just kind of like Tarkov or like Zero Sievert or Quasimorph, you gotta go into areas and you try to get stuff and get back out alive. It's not about, like, oh, kill 15 guys. There's like no victory condition. It's just you trying to find stuff and manage and survive in the world. So it sets the count to 0. Oh yeah, got a shitload of stuff done. There's still a bunch more to go, but it's definitely coming along. Now we have zero of them. Now it should have been 2. Why in the hell? PC. I may port to other platforms eventually, but it's probably gonna be a PC game. It's I'm an indie dev. It's just me doing 99% of everything. Let's see here. Someone tell me why the fuck.
Awesome. Awesome to the max.
Thanks for the follow, man. Very much appreciate it. Before set positions. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. So see here, I set the position count to the number of elements in the vector 3s in the path. Shit, I know exactly how to fix this. Okay. So this should be positions.count. And then it shall be a straight line. You're about to miss it, man. You're about to miss the straight line. Not wait. That loading bar doesn't work good with 16 by 10 resolution. I gotta fix that. Goes off the edges a little. Boom, straight line. All right, let's straight line. Straight line. Well, why in the fuck? Hold on a sec. I guess there's line of sight because that body bag is floating up in the air, I think is why. Let me check. Yeah, so he's got line of sight. So if I lower this down, oh wait, these aren't obstacles either. Or that's not an obstacle. Okay, now no more line of sight. Unity 3D, Google beginner, look up Code Monkey. Unity 3D comes with Visual Studio, so it comes with your code editor and everything you need. And C Sharp, it's you write in C Sharp, which is Microsoft's kind of baby. Like it's they do a lot of stuff to make life a lot easier for devs. So C++ is a more complicated programming language. So if you're wanting to go Unreal, you would need to learn C++ and Blueprints. But with Unity, you can do C Sharp, which I vastly prefer. But yeah, Unity 3D, look up guys like CodeMonkey and Brackeys. There's tons of content on YouTube, just like beginner Unity 3D tutorial, and you'll get up and running fast. All right, so we got our straight line. So let's go walk over here and see how this works with melee, because I really don't want a line. It's for that. I mean, the line wouldn't look bad, I guess. Yeah, the line still works. Yeah. Java's, yeah. If you're wanting to learn game dev, you got the two major game engines is Unreal and Unity. So you're going to go with C Sharp or C++. I think C Sharp is one of the best languages out there. Two, it's just used in the enterprise environment, like big corporations, and it's all over, corporate America. Like, so, I mean, Java's everywhere too. I just prefer C Sharp. Once you learn C Sharp, you can write in Java all day long. And once you learn one language, it's not hard to do the others. They all have if statements. They all have loops, or like for eaches. They all got the same kind of stuff. So once you master one object oriented language, it's not hard to start writing in others. God, this works so good. All right, straight line is done. Now we got to check this thing. For some reason, I'm getting the mouse position way out in BFE. Where was I doing that? That should get rid of that error. I'm mostly self-taught. I started trying to build video games when I was 11, so I started with C++, and then eventually got into C Sharp, and I've never looked back from there. I did go to college for a couple semesters, but I dropped out because I showed my professor a C Sharp program I wrote, and the next day I had an interview, and the next day I had a job, so I dropped out. I've been programming professionally since 2011, and now I'm in one of the top 15 Fortune 500 companies as a software engineer. I automate pharmacies and stuff, pharmacy factories. Make it to where my code helps package up, bottle, and whatnot. So C Sharp for the win. Yeah, no. You can totally learn it. In fact, again, I'm not a big advocate of college for programming or skills like that, but because I don't know, they teach you a bunch of stuff, but once you actually get in there, it doesn't really help much. You can totally self-teach yourself programming. I'm 40. I'm actually 40. Okay, we got straight line. What's our next thing? Oh wait, yeah, we gotta confirm that this error is gone. Oh, thank you, man. I do, yeah, I got kind of the baby face, so I'm aging slowly. Plus, I just drink like gallons of water a day with my big movie cup. Okay. No errors so far. Wasn't quite sure what was causing the error, but I know it was a null reference from an out of bounds, so there it did it. Oh yeah, I use Blender for all my modeling purposes. I haven't used it in a little bit, so I'm kind of probably... Oh crap. I'm going to re-export this one. But yeah, I'm okay with Blender. I'm not the greatest modeler, but is not less than or equal to. Z is not greater than or equal to 0. I used to pirate Maya tutorials back in the day in my dad's basement to learn Maya because you couldn't get, Blender was around then, but I learned on Maya and then I just moved to Blender because it's free. How do I keep the mouse from going? Let's do this. If the mouse grip position is not greater than or equal to 0, then and it is not, x is not less than or equal to the level width, then x, grid mouse dot x equals that. This should prevent that null reference error because basically the mouse is getting outside of the level bounds. So let's see here, Z. There's a random error whenever the mouse gets outside of the bounds I'm trying to fix. Yeah, like whenever the mouse, like, because the level is 0 to, it's 50 by 50. So if the X or Z coordinate is greater than 50 or the less than 0, then I'll get an error because it's outside of the bounds of the level. What's that? Yeah, I've used Mushu for my all my online stuff. I think it means magic in some language. Someone told me that once, but I don't know. I just kind of fell upon it in my teens, and I've stuck with it ever since. I use it for damn near everything. If I can't use Mushu, then I'll use DA Mushu or DAT Mushu. All right. Damn it, did it again. It's like when I put the mouse over here, it gets way out of bounds. Action icon on the end. Yeah, that would help you. It would help inform the player what they're about to do. So, like if you mouse over an item, I'm gonna fix this. Oh man, those wrestling games back in the day were awesome. Techno Bowl on the NES too. I played the hell out of that. Oh.
Awesome. Awesome to the max.
Hi, thank you for the follow, Subtle. Or Subtle Defense. I appreciate you, man. Hey, how's it going? I think I know what I'm doing wrong here. Hey, Kyle, how's it going, man? Or, I can never say your name. Is it? So this would be less than. I'm having an off by 1 error. It's driving me crazy. So let me show you what I've done the last 3 days. So it was like XCOM, right? You take a turn, they take a turn, the camera moves all around. It was all XCOM-y. Oh, hey Matt, what's up? So I've been speeding that up. So this white line, I just created this today. Thank you for the sub, my friend. So now everything kind of moves way faster for a turn-based game. The enemies are moving, I'm moving.
Awesome to the max.
And, oops. So the line right now, what I'm working through, well, we just got it to where you can auto attack with the mouse. You used to have to click 1 and then do it to shoot, 2 to melee, but now it just knows, it does the correct action. Hey, human person. What a great name. What was it? Oh yeah, so now if I take the mouse way out here, damn it, still does it. I'm gonna fix this issue. Okay. So if we do this, 50. Get node. Oh, the pathfinding grid, I bet you, is a 0 based. So I would want to put this back. Oh wait, yeah. So if I set this to 49, I bet you this will quit complaining. There's my grid and then there's a pathfinding grid. So I think it's just a translation. Nope. Still don't like it. Oh, it keeps coming back to. Let me put this to 49, then drag it back. Let's just try -1. All right, so I'm gonna get past this thing. So Matt, here's kind of the gist of the game. So you got this is kind of your home base area. I'm doing good, human. Here's the war table. That's kind of like the game world, and like it's an extraction RPG, turn-based RPG kind of thing. You go in here and you find supplies and you try to bring them back. You find more people. You have your vehicles too. So like here's a vehicle bay, and you kind of work on them here. This is partly wired up, but not all the way. And then you got like water purification and storage here. And then you got your kind of communications room here. Got a GameCube over here, got, all the nerdy things. No, different mat. And here's your hydroponics or whatever. It's where you grow your vegetables. So let's go from here. You would pick your guy, you depart. Eventually there'll be a little menu action in between there, so you can pick stuff. WASD, you can walk with WASD now. I got that working the last couple days. Now you see the AI is coming after me. He's in range. He shouldn't be able to walk on top of that, but he can. Open a door takes an action, so he was able to get a shot off on me. Again, took an action. Oops. So one of the AI decided to try to cast a spell, and this is what happens. That's pretty rare to happen, but that's something I gotta fix. I'm gonna change the way the AI determines what they're gonna do, so I'm not too super worried about that at the moment. Oh, what was it? Let's see if I can get that null ref. It's when I go into the other monitors, it looks like. I don't know if this is something. I defend against you. Oh, I bet you. Setting this isn't sticking. So let's see here. Yeah, I want to get this damn null error. It's gonna drive me crazy. I'm debugging. So x is -1. X is 0. So that worked. Wait, am I just Z, 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 Z? How in the hell? The grid's 50 by 50. The AI, the pathfinding grid. With or height. How is it 50 here, but it's... No, wait, shit. It's like it's not honoring my changes. Let me show you an example of the pathfinding earlier today. So I cut a build. The pathfinding was, I made major performance enhancements to the pathfinding. I was doing some, so watch these little, the particles here. See, watch them as this is the old way I was doing pathfinding. You see how they start chugging? It's because I'm dropping frames whenever the AI is figuring out their paths. They can line of sight through windows and shit too. I love that. But yeah, so let me get to auto walking again. You'll see the chugging. This is it's not smooth. It's smooth. Of course. But now, let me see if I can chug, 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 chug. There's actual frame droppage right there. And now they stay smooth. No frames are dropped. All the paths are calculated efficiently. Um, so yeah, that's one of the big things today is this performance increase in the pathfinding. So if you're auto walking too and you get attacked, it'll cancel your auto walk. So you don't keep walking deeper into, you could walk yourself to death if it doesn't cancel. I'm trying to get out of it. And then I also made it where you can cancel your auto walk if you decide to stop. Well, shit. Is that working still? I got the menus, like you can equip stuff. Watch the gun in her hands. So equipment is updating when you change it. There is like a magic system to the game, but I'm still haven't figured out exactly the lore behind it. Oops. That didn't stay. Oh, my recent changes to auto attack has got magic bugged. I can't actually cast right now. Oh well. Next thing I'm going to do is when you're on a door, you can click it and open it. Without, right now you got to get next to it, hit E, and then click on it to open it. Now you'll be able to click it with the mouse. But this is just a huge, like, paradigm shift from the way the turns were going. It was a lot slower. So now I got kind of the roguelike tile or turn-based system going. Let's see here. Got options. I gotta wire all the options shit up still. It's gonna be horrific. That screen's gonna be so fun. One of the more boring tasks. There's another bug too now that I've changed the turn-based movement, but typically you can break a window and pop through. But it ends up leaving, I think. Yeah, let's see if it happens again. Yeah, see, he comes in range of the position in front. Basically the last known position or something stays cached right here. So he thinks I'm in range when he's way out. So if I wait again, he's going to shoot from way back because he's shooting at this square. But then my code has the bullet fire all the way here and it does some weird stuff. Like the bullet flies up. So I got to fix that since I've changed the movement system. That's another thing I got to fix. Yeah, I'm gonna try to think. I'm trying to think of the way the world or like what it is. I've got it called Ether in the code right now. It's because I'm a Final Fantasy fan. But eventually I'll come up with the whole systemaroo. All right, let me think here. What do I want to do next? Shall we? Okay, we'll just do door interactables. So to do fix. It's going to be basically the same way we did these two actions. So interaction. So we're going to see if where the mouse is currently is a valid interaction. And it will trump melee. Yeah, that should be fine. Is valid interaction. Interaction action. Clean this up a little. There used to be more lines in there. All right. So that's all good there. Well, now we want so if this is a valid interaction, we want to get the interaction action. All actions share the same base class, so I can, template them out and use generics. Is there anything I need to change? I think that's it. That should do it. Now the interactability is now mouse click aware. Oops. I might split this. Yeah, I hate this being dead center in the middle. Gonna redesign that a little. Okay, so I can't put it on the wall. It needs to go blue for this also. Fuck yes. You can now open a door without using the interactability. Fuck you. Oh, but if it is... You can't close it. Which actually is... I don't think you would want to be able to close it. With a mouse click, because you can never walk into the doorway like this. You may press E to close it or something. Let's see how these guys path to me. And I also want to hide the line renderer whenever you're over... it might work. Like whenever you're a UI element, I don't want the line renderer to show. So let's do that real quick. And all I gotta do is move this method below this one. So now when you're hovering over UI element, the line renderer shouldn't show. Well, it doesn't update, but it's still showing. Oh, what was it? It is. That should do it. There we go. So now when you hover over a UI element, the line, well, it doesn't think that's a UI element. It's weird. I'm gonna have to check on those. It works for all the important ones. Okay, so I can do the... Well, you... I could make it to where you just never stand in a door. You always walk straight through it. And then door clicks could always be open and close. Like there's no standing in a doorway is one solution. Leave me alone. Go away. So another thing, so these crates right here, I can't path into them. But if I destroy them, then I can now, they actually update the pathfinding grid and you can now walk on in the space that they occupied. So that's destructibles for the get level environments. So I could block areas where you got to bang down stuff. Oh, blinded shooting. That would be cool. So basically, the last, like, say you blind them and then they go to shoot, they will, the recorded last position they saw you at, they will randomly shoot around it. Yeah, I've got a lot. In the last 3 days too, I've completely redid the movement system. So I checked in Monday, and this is all the changes since then. But I'm committed to what I've done now. So I'm gonna. The old movement system is gone. This new one is just I'm in love with it. And all the line renderer stuff and everything. Just a lot of polish here, especially the optimizations and the pathfinding and the enemies. Actually, let's do a stress test of that. I'm gonna put more enemy units out there. Let's see how this performs. So what is that? 369. Damn, she's fine. Watch the particle effects. If they start to chop, then oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's a little calculating pathfinding for 9 people like that. It's a little slow down there. Again, I don't think you're ever gonna, well, there's still improvements I can make to the pathfinding. For one, I could cache the pathfinding for the player. Well, so say the player does a multi-pathfind like this. I click it, it caches it, and it follows that until, and then everyone, I'll calculate the length here. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 in length. And then they will calculate a path 6 in length. And then we all walk that path. So that'd be one pathfinding calculation for everybody. Right now, this actually adjusts. So every time you move a square, the pathfinding fires off again. Just in case something's changed. Really, that's the big thing. It's like, but does that matter? Yeah, again, you only ones that have seen you would pathfind you also. Yeah, I think so. I'm just like all their movements playing out. If I do a multi-path, everybody calculates the same path at the same length. And then if I cancel the auto walk, then everybody will they'll dump their caches too. Because right now, every movement is recalcing. Like if you look and see well, it's technically, I don't think the debug lines are on. It should have had shown the calculations, but yeah, I think I got a cache. Move X recalc. That works too. Because like, say I set this is my path, right? And then they set their path. Well, basically I could just check the next position that I'm getting ready to walk to. Is it obstructed? If it has become obstructed, invalidate the cache and recache. Yeah, like, so like if I click here and I'm walking and all of a sudden a soldier is in that path, I will it's easy. It's cost effective to just say, hey, is the square I'm about to go to contain a unit or an obstacle? And if I do, the second I detect that the path that I was going on is obstructed, then that invalidates the cache and everybody stops. And then, yeah, you can do it again. I think that's probably the cleanest, because then there's one calc, everybody gets going. If the player gets obstructed, then the pathfinding it just comes to a stop and I can move and do whatever. Yeah. Because I got, really easy methods to say, hey, is this position occupado? And it's just a simple check. Because that's the reason I was hesitant to cache, is just because units could move into the path and stuff, but I just have to account for that. And then I could get it to a nice, let's look at the stats here. It's hilarious. I've got a 4090 RTX 4090 and a i9 1400 and Unity still box. So let's run away so we get big calculations. Yeah, definitely getting some frame drop. Now, if I did cut a build, you know, the editor overhead is here. I have not, I've not staticked or batched any of this too, so there's a bunch of shadow casters when there shouldn't be. So A-Star already does that. A-Star actually threads it and all that. It's just a lot of, let me see here. Where was the message? A-Star handles a lot of that for me, thankfully, but because you can tell it here, like I have it set. Where's it at? Actually, I haven't looked at the optimizations here. Some of this might be. I need to look into this. But yeah, so here I've got it set to use all 32 threads on. It automatically detects the CPUs and uses them. But yeah, I think just caching is the answer. Yeah, the A-Star asset from the store is super optimized, but I'm probably doing something kludgy too. Well, again, I'm recalcing every time. I think, yeah, I just think cache, and then as soon as a player gets invalidated or gets blocked, then invalidate everything, because everyone would have calculated, the enemies would have calculated their paths. Yeah. I think enemies I'll make wait. If they run into, like, an enemy blocks the path of another enemy, they'll wait and just continue their stuff. But if a player gets obstructed, then invalidate and cache. It's way better than it was earlier. I know that. But with 9 people on here, it's a pretty good chug. What I could do also is for as soon as this, so I calculate my path, and then the next unit calculates his. Now my path becomes blocked. Every tile that I'm going to walk through, no, that's not right, because you could game that. Like, if everything became unwalkable on my path, and then when he calcs his, he couldn't cross this line. No, that's not good. Caching it is. Caching it is. I'm using animation rigging for the guns, how they hold them and stuff, but man, trying to turn that off and play an animation and then turn it back on, that's why you see the quick pops like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think everyone. Stop and wait. So I'm moving, I'm auto walking. This guy gets in my way. Well, another tricky thing is everyone should. I can check to see, so I auto walk into the rifle range of an enemy. That enemies should check every turn for if they can shoot. The can I shoot something within my rifle distance is very unintensive. It's not a pathfinding thing. It's just check, like let me see if I like right here is the rifle range. I need to make that a different color. But everywhere. Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay. Oh shit! My mouse is erasing. That's not what I want. Okay, let me put the mouse over here. Here's rifle range. This is a simple calculation. It's not pathfinding. I just are you within these areas. So every time the enemies move, they need to check to see if they can shoot, and then they will cancel their path and fire. And then if you get hit, auto walk is canceled automatically. So that's another aspect of this. So caching, checking if you can attack. Now player doesn't auto attack when in range, but the NPCs will attack when they're in range. I was wondering why there's gaps. Look, I made paint. Yeah. I think I'm going to start this endeavor tomorrow night, though, because I'm going to noodle it. I need to make sure I come about it the right way. Oh, I can get you set up, man. I need help. I've got all the props, the 3D models and stuff. I need someone to help me build levels. Oh no, it's level design is all visual, or it's like click here. Did all the doors just open and shut? What was that? Yeah, level design. Yeah, what the fuck is this? What the hell? So like level design, here's some tips for level design. So say you got like you drop a piece in the scene and it's not lined up with something. You can control click to kind of snap it, but sometimes that's if you get off grid and now it's hard to snap it like that. You can hold V and then drag it from a vertex and then snap it to another vertex, or just a point if you don't know what a vertex is. So that's really handy. And then if you got something in the air, you can control shift and then click on this white square to get it down to here. But see, the pivot is in the middle of the object, so it snaps there like that. So if you hit Z, you can change from world to local, and now you can control snap it to the ground real easy, or to the wall. Yeah, those like some handy editor tips that saved my life, especially vertex snapping. It's just amazing. Yeah, level designs. I've got. I mean, I 100% could start doing levels right now. To the snap, snap. Trying to think of another. I think I got a roof on this place. I just. So I have a script. Whenever you're inside a building, the roofs come off. But I don't know if I have it on here at the moment. Yeah, I don't think so. But again, that's the thing about modular though. Like after you've got it all pieced together, you want to mesh, you want to combine the mesh. So you got one mesh that, because every single modular piece here, it contributes to shadow casters. So, after you piece something modular together, if it's going to be that way, that's the way it is. You use a mesh combiner. So I could take, so like if I turn this roof off, we go from, let me, damn it. I keep getting attacked. Basically at this angle, once they stop shooting me. Right now, 1400 shadow casters. Now if I turn the roof back off, we're down to, so I'm only seeing a corner of the roof actually. Like let's do the house. 600 shadow casters from 1400 with the roof on. So you build it, you modularly build it, and then you combine the mesh, you static it, and then you can batch it up to where it's one shadow caster. It is it's able to be saved by batching. And you can like take a really complex scene with tons of shit and really optimize it that way. Like you get your shadow casters down, you get your batches down. Like I did a whole road network with like thousands of pieces and got it down to like next to no fucking calls or shadow casters or anything like that, because after I got done piecing together with a modular construction set, that white line should be turning off. Quit shooting me. So again, if someone does help me ever, all right, Sneaky, have a good one. Yeah, TJ, if you want to take crack at building a level, I will hook you up with all the tools. And then it's just find props and place them in the world. Now you got to adhere to the grid. That's another thing about level design with this is so I just you can actually update the frickin' the AI grid, these blue lines in real time. Hell yeah. But the we're basically, this is blue square is a tile in the game, and this wall is on a blue square and it's in the middle of one. When you see a red cube, that means it's blocking. The player can't walk through that. So like for anything like walls and fences and stuff, you just gotta do the grid scan so you get the big grid. Let me turn off Unity's grid. It always confuses things. So here's the AI pathfinding grid. When you're building stuff, you just want to place walls in the center of these pieces. Like if I move this like right here and then I scan again, oops, I gotta have that plane on. Hold on. There's no ground without the plane. See, now this wall is taken, the player can't walk up onto these squares. It's taken up 2 by 3. Now I put it back, turn my grid back on, or my plane, and rescan, and now the AI or the pathfinding grid, it's nice and clean. Players can get close to the wall. You know, that's one of the biggest rules when you're when you're building a level for this game is just don't stick crap on like the grid lines, because you're going to block off twice as many spots as you would think. But that's one of the biggest level design rules you have to follow. With this, the way my engine is right now, it's intelligent enough to detect the colliders, and it knows how to block out the level with just Control Shift S. Now, see, I don't have a floor, so it's blocked off everything. But yeah, it's pretty badass the way that works. So that's one of the biggest caveats when designing a level for this is, yeah. Yeah, so like here I kind of cockeyed these and made it block up these four. There's also height. This supports height, multi-level grids. So I don't have a prop that could showcase this. Hold on. So it's not like that you have to have, you can have slopes and stuff, but I mean, there's caveats to that too. Let's see. Damn you, pink texture of evil. Where's your shader? Just throw a random material on it real quick. So like here, if I, this is, let me see here. I want this to be in the middle. So right here, kind of dead center on a tile. This is why I have the plane with this design right here. Does this not have a collider? No collider. Weird. There. Yeah, I don't, it's a 50 by 50 is a huge freaking level. Honestly, I don't think I want to go past that. Maybe there may be special cases where there's a big ass level. I don't know. I'm still up in the air about the design. All right, man. Talk to you later. Thanks for stopping by. About level to size, because I mean, 50 by 50, you can build a pretty badass little set piece. But again, you can easily make it 100 by 100 or whatever. Play testing would be, yeah, we gotta play test like a 50 by 50, basically play test the different sizes, and if it's takes too damn long to get across the map or something like that, yeah, like there can be, you can range from, we can make them any size. It's just I'm kind of rule of thumbing right now, 50 by 50 is the biggest, but I don't know, there may be a couple really large ones that are just kind of like free range kind of things maybe, or something. Anywho, if this thing had a proper collider, I could have made the character walk up this, but it's not done right. I got another set of stairs, but what time is it? 10:30. Yeah, tomorrow I'll have you download Git, and then you can download a sort the game and run it on your end and start building a level. Yeah, I'll have you work on a scene. Well, I'll create a new scene in here that is got everything it needs. Yeah, I say when it comes to level design, you know, like there's a lot of room for creativity and ideas right there because I've got next to nothing level design wise done. This is my test level. See how UIs work in video games? Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna think on caching and the pathfinding caching and getting that system going for tomorrow, and then I'll probably start out getting you set up. Oh, you the man. Level design's fun. There's a lot of people that love level design. It's like if you build survival bases and shit, or you build in video games, it's like the same thing. I love the assets that are pieces like this because then you can build a million different variations instead of it being just one giant mesh that you can't edit or alter. Well, you can edit it, but you know, modular construction kits like this are way better. Another thing, when you're rotating and you hit control, you can control the rotation. Hell yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to see let you play around. Can you build me a badass level to test in? Just something besides, you know, my bare bones guy here. Yeah, it's not bad. It's actually really intuitive. Like you can fly around like you're in a video game. Just WASD. Then like you select something, like if you select you hit F to go right to it. So if you select like this, you can F to it. Or if you select it over here, you can F to it. It's really intuitive, like level. And then down here, what you would do would, you'd come and look for prefabs. So you'd filter by prefab. And I literally have props and prefabs for everything you can think of. Here's shirts on a shirt rack. So I've got thousands of props to use for level design. Like you'd have way more options than you would even have like in a video game. There's from complete building sets. What is that? Kitty cat. Yeah, honestly, I've got pretty much a prop for any damn thing you can think of. You can find boxes, barrels, trash, wheels, cars, weapons, windows, doors, walls, roofs. I mean, yeah, like, yeah, I would love to see what you could come up with. Yep. So you can look up, like, when you filter by prefab, you can then do a keyword filter, and then tiny house. Oh, this one's from a different set that's less detailed than the set that I'm using. I need to delete those. For some reason it's not showing everything, or it doesn't feel like it is. But yeah, I got tons and tons of stuff, so I will hook you up and see what you can make. All right, I am gonna hit the hay. Yep, destroyed. And like, if there's something in like a building, so like this one doesn't have an interior. But I can even take these, if there's something we want to change, I can take it in the blender and cut out something or edit it and like make tweaks to it. Why is that not textured? All right, I will. We shall get to it. Let me undo all this craziness. Kind of want to keep that in there. Just throw some spice in my life. That'll make my test level more festive. Have a good night, guys. I'll talk to y'all later.